Welcome to the Dollars and Cents podcast with Wes the Economist and Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist. We're reporting to you live from the Wave Beach Realty Studios in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Give us a call today at 843-957-3872. All right, guys, welcome back into the Dollars and Cents podcast with Wes the Economist. I am Jonathan, the biblical scholar. No.
There you go. Go. As
Slash,
you wear the shirt graveyard with that eerie looking person.
I know, Wes. It's just some random shirt I have some guy's tattoo shop, so it has nothing to do with actual graveyards, but I guess that's probably not the most appropriate shirt for a biblical study. Just one I found in the closet. But so getting into Genesis chapter 5, we're continuing our Bible study of Genesis here. Genesis 5,
we posted our regular stuff up too. This is just an extra.
yes, this is just
extra
an
series.
extra series, and this
We're
is
not turning into strictly Bible talk here.
right. Now this is season 1, episode, I believe, 6.
Yes.
Of the Bible series. So we're going in a particular order here, and I'm asking my questions in the order that I'm reading. So they're
And
not.
I'm not, and just so people know listening, I'm not prepping for this because I don't want to prep and have stale answers for you. So I'm catching up as you're catching up, and I'm not preparing some eloquent speech. And you've already hit me with some questions I find very fascinating. I'm going to have to go back and figure out what's going on.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's see if I can keep you entertained with my next one. So, Genesis chapter 5 starts talking about Adam's bloodline, and when he gets through all of these people and all of the years, he gets to Enoch, who apparently walked with God. So I guess Enoch didn't die, and God just took him into the heavens or paradise or Sheol. Why does he decide to do this instead of letting him die like previous generations? It said he walked with God 300 years. It says all of his years were 360 and 5 years, which I'm assuming that's how they fancily said 365 years.
Yeah, because in my translation, it literally says 365 years.
Okay, got it. All right, well, I'm glad I interpreted that correctly. Also, very interesting that he's the only person that apparently walked with God and then God just took him and he lived 365 years and there just happens to be 365 days in a year. Just a coincidence, I'm assuming. But very random little coincidence there that I saw. And I was like, I wonder if that has any I have to think of these things. I'm like, does that have a correlation? Maybe not. But anyway, I guess my real question is, did he not die? God just took him.
A lot of people believe he did not die. No, he literally was taken to heaven. We see this one other time in the Old Testament with Elijah. And fast forward to Revelation, there are 2 prophets in Revelation that are sent from the Lord back from wherever. They just come on the scene. Most scholars believe that it is Elijah and Moses. Because we technically don't see Moses die, but we do see that the devil and an angel fought over his bones. So we assume that he actually did die. I personally think those 2 prophets are Enoch and Elijah, the 2 people that never experienced death, the only 2 people who never experienced death on this planet.
Okay.
And he was just a faithful person and God-fearing person that God just decided not to let him go through death.
All right. Okay. And so he just said, "You're coming with me." I can't imagine what that experience was like.
Oh no, it's one of those things that just people are like, what? Now, and you probably, and I think we had this discussion. There is a book of Enoch that is out there.
And
But
this is his book. He wrote that book.
that's the problem. There's no way to clarify it, and that goes for a lot of books. I get that. And the big argument that people have is, well, how do we know these books are right? I actually had a friend of mine text me the other day. She lives down in Florida, and she was like, she homeschools her son, and she was asking me some questions because she'd come across all these books. Everybody, at some point in life, people come across all these books that I'm quote unquote missing from the Bible. And I don't mind walking through how the canon got there and where it all came from, the different canons for the different churches. It's all very interesting. But at the end of the day, I believe God's put in my hands what he wants me to know. And for the book of Enoch, it was just not deemed to be a book that was godly inspired, the Holy Spirit inspired.
Okay.
Now, is there truth in it? There may be. Was it written to counteract the Bible? Could be. So that's part of the issue. There's a lot of books, especially in the New Testament times, that was written. The Gospel of Mary, the Gospel of Judas, the Gospel of Egypt, the Gospel of Thomas. All of them were evaluated. All of them were deemed to be not Holy Spirit inspired, and some of them actually contradict the gospel. And it's amazing to me how we have these four books that work so well together that I believe God put in our hands. But they're willing to take a book that more godly people than them decided was not from God and latch onto that book like, oh, we see all the other ones are wrong.
Mm,
It's kind of what's going on with the with the right now in our politics here in the United States. You
yeah.
know, we're grabbing on all this anti-Israel stuff and saying nobody else is wrong.
Right.
The neat thing about this chapter, I like this chapter because it does walk you through all the years people lived.
Yeah.
And everybody knows Methuselah. Methuselah lived the most. Was his timeline at? Methuselah lived and died. Is it in this book or the next one? Yeah, 782 and other
Yeah.
sons, although 969 years.
Yep.
But if you look back, Jared lived 962 years.
Mm,
Kenan lived 910 years. I'm looking for Adam. Adam lived 930
there.
years.
Yeah.
And so we remember Methuselah, but all these people were living for a very long time.
Until God decided to change it in chapter 6, but yes.
Yeah, and some people have theorized that the flood itself changed the whole dynamics of the world and
Mm,
how the atmosphere and how the planet actually functioned.
mm.
We'll get to that when we get to chapter six.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, because there's some interesting stuff that gets into here. Just to get the timeline, or not the timeline, but the everything together with the lineage. So Enoch, who walks with God, is the father of Methuselah, who is the grandfather of Noah, and also the dad of Lamech, who I mistakenly thought killed Cain. But Lamech is Noah's dad. So I'm trying to get all these people together. So Enoch is the father of Methuselah, right?
Yes.
And
No,
that's
Methuselah was the father of Lamech.
yep.
Yep, you're right. Okay.
Okay. All right. And so Lamech is Noah's dad,
Yep.
I believe. Okay. All right. So all the Enoch, Methuselah, Noah, Lamech are all tied together.
Well, yeah, but you go back and Enoch, Methuselah, Jared, um, Malihala, I can't say his name, Kenan, Enosh, Seth, and Adam. So
Yep.
this is literally Adam's lineage down to Noah.
Hmm. Okay. And I'm assuming because we started with so few people, obviously that there's a lot of brother sister marriages and stuff going on, and
Yeah.
very closely related people back then. That was
Yeah,
not an abnormal thing then.
no, and the geneticists I've read about theorize that the genetic pool was not very polluted back then, so it did not have the same effect on humans as today that would be happening.
Got it. Okay.
So there's different, but as the lineages became more and more spread out, those ones closer to each other did end up obviously being forbidden to marry each other, which we
Okay.
see later in the Old Testament.
Got it. Okay. My next one goes into chapter 6. That was all I had for chapter 5. My next one goes into chapter 6. You want to keep that on this?
We got about 9 minutes already. You want to end this one and leave that one for
All
the
right.
next one?
Yep. Yep. We'll wrap up on Enoch and his lineage. Those were some good questions for chapter 5, and we'll move on to our next one. We'll just
Yeah,
hit chapter 6.
and when you're studying Genesis and when you want to know exactly, not exactly, but just kind of see what history is like, this is a great chapter to kind of keep in the back of your mind because it does list all of the lineage from Adam down to Noah.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right. This has been studied. I mean, I can't imagine the countless years, decades that this has been studied to try to figure out exactly how things fit together.
Hmm.
And it's very much mentioned later in the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Okay. All right. So I have a lot to. Well, I'm sure some of this stuff will circle back, and I'll correlate it. But for now,
Yeah.
I'm back at Genesis 101 here. So all right.
All right.
All right. So we'll move on to chapter 6 in the next one, guys.
Okay. Sounds good.
Are you looking to buy a home in North or South Carolina? You need to reach out to Wave Beach Realty today. We are a family-owned company with over 10 years of experience in North and South Carolina and operate along the Grand Strand. Give us a call today at 843-957-3872. That's 843-957-3872.
All right. Well, now it's officially time to introduce my book, Econ Sense, Economics for Everyday Living. You can actually find it by going to my website, econsense.us. If you go there, you'll see there are links to Amazon where you can pick it up, just a paperback, or if you'd rather have the ebook, you can go to Innovative Ink Publishing in care of Kendall Hunt Publishing Company, where you can get the print or ebook. And while you're on that website, you can also check out my other podcast, Econ Sense. I have several different series that go by. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. Email me at west.the.economist@gmail.com, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks for listening to the Dollar and Cents Podcast with Jonathan, the conspiracy theorist, and Wes, the economist. Don't forget to send us your topics and give us your feedback at dollarscentsgs@gmail.com. We are available to like and follow on many platforms, such as Instagram and X at dollarscentsgs. You can also like or follow on Facebook at Dollars and Cents or on YouTube at Dollars and Cents Podcast.